Well, here we are out on another adventure. Hi, I'm Tony with Coolest Life, and these are my compadres for the day. We are here in Southbend, Indiana. We're going to go to this historic museum that has to do with Studabakers. You ever done that? Me neither. We'll take some videos here, maybe even actually go to a game, maybe do some other stuff while we're here in South Bend, because we're just out here living the coolest life. Well, apparently it was a tractor manufacturer here in South Bend years ago, 1930. They made an Oliver tractor. Green like John Deere. 1946. And they made a lot of these too. The individual plows that you pull behind it. Interesting. And we're also looking at one of the first electric cars. Yeah, that's right. Runs on electric. 30 miles per hour. Ooh, that's speedy. Can almost run that fast. But let me show you this. There's no steering wheel in it. We're thinking it was either steered by the pedals or the lever across the other side. You can see the levers there and the pedals down there below. That's it. It's got a whole ride about here. If you want to stop the video and take a read if you'd like. If not, we'll carry on. So here's one from 1901. That's pretty cool. It's got a little plaque here. Talks about it. That's pretty neat. Check out these tires. I'm not going to touch them. They're just like, there's no tread on them at all. It's just flat rubber. Of course, you get your spare on the front. But that's pretty neat. That's a little one. Horseless carriage. Let's see what else we can find. So another part here's got the Studebaker. They made this thing called the Weasel, which is pretty neat. All-terrain vehicle. Motors. Like airplane motor move. After the war, could sell as many cars as it can make. Ow. All original. 1942. Interesting. Let's check out the inside. We can't get in the inside, but you can. No flash photography, of course. Cool stuff. 1942. Interesting, huh? Just get you a car like that.
80 horsepower.
80 horsepower. Not half what they said. Maybe for one tire. This has got more than 80 horsepower. Mishawaka made Town's missile. You see that? 1955. Bendix Aerospace Systems. Nice. That's so this although this is mostly a Studebaker, there's lots of other things that happen here in the South Bend, Mishawaka area, Elkhart that they built here. Of course, it's basically the headquarters of so many RVs are built in this part of the country. I don't mean state, I mean country. A lot of military clothing. Don't hit the people! Maybe in a minute. It'll stop you? Oh, okay.
It's like if you had a train. Though it's cool seeing their faces.
Oh, you tipped it.
Just tipped it.
How'd that
It's still
happen?
on high. Yeah, I put it back in high because I wanted to drift. But
You wanted to drift. This museum just keeps going and going. And there's something like this. It's like it's drudging. Good animals and stuff. Most of the place looks like stuff like this all the way down. The building's like upstairs and downstairs. It's a lot bigger than it looks from the outside, that's for sure. Well, obviously at one time they used to make wagons. as it says right there. Studebaker. Big wagons. And we got the iconic bullet car there. And there's a couple more as you go out this way. There's a whole lot more. Let me show you a few of those real quick. Looks like there's a hearse over there. We'll take a look at that one, definitely. These are really nice. Those are, I got the big wheels in the back. Those are nice. And this one here too. This is pretty iconic here for like the limousine of wagons. That's pretty nice. Got an Abraham Lincoln one there too. That's really nice. These bigger ones going that way. EMF. What that stands for. It's nice though. It's huge. The top of this is about 6.5 to 7 feet up there. This is a car, not a truck. There you go. Look, they also made some type of stoves here in town. We're gonna see some other ones coming this way. The original collection. Studabaker's National Treasure. Got the way to steer that thing, huh? There's that one. 2011 electric coupe. This one's a little better condition than the one we saw earlier. Still got the steering over there. It doesn't have, it's not as big because the other one actually had seats on this side here looking that way. I'll take a look at one there. 1904. So this one here reminded me of a hearse. I think it may be. Big six child's hearse. Wow. Someone's just standing too close because you can't get real close to them to even touch them. Of course, they don't want you to touch them. Heaven forbid that. It's like these were some racers or something here. Roadsters, yeah, look like they race those. 25,000 miles in less than 23,000 minutes. New York to San Francisco. It's got the big leather top on it too, which is really nice. 475,000 miles, big six, still going strong. Los Angeles to New York. Oh, they're nice. They got the lights turned down in here too because they don't want the lighting to fade. This one here had an extra jump seat in case you had more people. So you got seating here. There's a seat right here. It's kind of hard to see. There's a seat right here that goes into the floorboard. Really neat. You can see it there. Yeah, you can see it. Never seen one of those, but there's so much floor space in here. You know why not? You probably put a whole third row in here. Really neat. And these are really some of my favorites. I've always been a big fan of the 1930s product, no matter who made them. They always had the big fenders here, as you can see, and the swoop in front of them. That's just a beautiful car. That's a 1934 there. I love that body style. What I never did like is the, you see it right over here to the, right over there. You can see that sticking out there. That is the hinge. You can see one down there too. They just hadn't quite mastered getting rid of the hinges. Today's, when they modify these, normally that's one of the first things they do is they take away that hinge, and you can actually still see them on this one here. You can see the hinges. The rest of the car is just beautiful. Those are nice. I think we're gonna make this one video, not add anything else to it. That's called the 33 Speedway President. Just a beautiful car. Just don't make them like that anymore. And also that leather top. I don't know if those leather tops actually came out, that you could unbutton them or make them a full sunroof or not. But I think back then they were still trying to keep you inside of a buggy type. And buggies, of course, most of them didn't have roofs on them. And then, of course, they made the soft tops. It's a 32 presidential convertible coupe. So coupe, of course, is a two-door. And that one there, you can see it from here, has got the suicide door handles. What they called them, but they, they're together. But that's just beautiful. The painting and everything is just Looks like it's all original. This is called the St. Regis Brougham. Really nice. These cars are just mint. Looks like they actually come in here and dust them and everything. And I always love the top here that you see. It's a leather padding top. This is called a 33 Rockney. Original spoke tires. Just a really beautiful car. And this one here, as we continue to go, is a 24 called Light 6. And here's how you could tell if it's overheating or not. It actually bubbled up inside of this. Those things actually meant something back then, as opposed to, say, some of the ones that are just for show, like this one here. But they actually use those. They actually served a purpose for your radiator system here. Those did. Come on, you gotta come into view here. There you go. So much like the front end of it there. It looks like it's a set of two different sets of windows, but I believe those might be on a crank so that both levels will flip out. This one here will flip out, and so will this one will flip out just a little bit to give yourself some ventilation in the front. I believe, kind of like this one here. You can see he's got ventilation from top and bottom. Let's see what years this is. You can see that one there's got the right-hand drive, which of course what they do in England now. This is a 1912 Flanders 20. And here they've got some older ones here. Talks about the first automobiles, the main Studebaker headquarters, and some others you can see right here across the bottom here. It's pretty neat. Cargo haulers. Those are really neat. So this is the Studabaker Museum in Southbend, Indiana. If you get a chance to come by, come see, and come take a look at these old cars before they are no more. Because you know when they're gonna get so old, you won't see any of them, or there won't be any of them around. So these are like limited edition one-offs that you just, especially in this kind of condition, you're just not gonna see these at car shows. So Studebaker made a whole lot of cars, as you can see, a lot more than just the bullet nose and the other one that was down there. I can't think of the name of it. Oh, the fancy front end one, which we haven't seen just yet. They made a whole lot of cars to include pickup trucks from 1947. Here's another one here. Right over here is the bullet one we're about to come across now. That one there. And the slant nose is around here somewhere. Let's see if I can go find it. Even got little bitty ones. Here's some of the slant nose ones that you might recognize as a Studebaker front end. And some of the more square ones, 1956. A little more of a square look to it. These are pretty cool. There's a truck. There's a pickup truck. 1961, about the time they were starting to go under. I think they went under, and I think I saw a sign that said 68 was the last time they made one. These are all in such good shape. Of course, this being a primary museum, you would think they would be in good shape. Here's the one of the iconic ones here. Right around this corner. I wish my shoes weren't making all this squeaking noise. But this is one of the more iconic ones you see here. The Avanti. Look at that bumper. The bumper is just crazy the way it squares off over here. It's bizarre. That's pretty more custom with your 57s, your Chevrolets with the bridge over here, bridge over top of the wheel, the visor, I guess, over top of the light. That's pretty common. The Chevys and Plymouths, and a lot of them had those. Buick, Cadillac. And these are pretty common here too for this day and age. Looks like they actually opened it up here too, with the bubble headlights. Kind of cool. Now this is a 63 Avanti, but it's been worked on just a bit. I don't think that's the original engine. by far is not the original engine. This definitely looks like a racer here. Of course, aren't very big slicks, which makes you wonder when the last time this thing was actually out on the road. But everything else looks like it's been upgraded. Is that a hearse shifter? A bunch of signage on the side of it. Studebaker National Museum, Southbend, Indiana, right there. And also, I wanted to show you this one here. My nephew really liked this one here. He said it really looked futuristic. It's got a roll top window. You see it right there on top as it comes down at the side. That's really neat. The front of it almost looks like an Edsel with the kind of ugly front end. And Cadillac made one similar to that, but it really sticks out a little bit there. And check out that paint. I mean, that paint job, I think it's like pearl white. And then that windshield looks like it's all original by the scuff marks. It's got some scuff marks right in here and across the right in here. You can see some scuff marks. So I think that's original, because that would be insane to try and buy on the open market today. I don't think Amazon carries that. I'm just saying, because that's a serious windshield that you're just not going to see anywhere else. I also don't see a sun visor in there, so I hope you got sunglasses if you're driving that thing. It's crazy doing it. Crazy cool. I love cars. Love coming to golden car shows, and definitely going to car museums. If you haven't seen it yet, check out the National Car Museum in the Nashville video. But I think that's the last one I've got for this section here. Well, let me just show you this fire truck. Yeah, Studebaker made fire trucks too. If it's got wheels on it, they thought they could make a buck. They made one. Most car manufacturers do the same thing. They can make some money on. I noticed a bucket like this one here was downstairs, and I was like, why in the world is it bulging out right here at the bottom of this? It's bulging out at the very bottom, so it wouldn't set flat. Now I can see why. So they would use them on chains and ropes, and they'd fill the buckets up and dump them. The buckets never really sat with water in them. So that was unusual. I thought that was kind of neat. Southbend Fire Department. That's awesome. Awesome. Neat. Well, there you are. But hey, I think we're going to get out of here, and I believe that's the end of this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. We'll be having some more travel videos, and I also got the Notre Dame game coming up. It's going to be doing a video about the inside of what it looks like inside of the Notre Dame Stadium, and maybe a picture of Touchdown Jesus. You never know, more than likely, because you are now leaving the coolest life.